Welcome to the Women's Motorsports Network. This is a recorded story from the magazine in September of 2023, and it featured KJ Massey. She was on the cover of the magazine. So here's her story. Our cover story this week is KJ Massey, a 14-year-old ninth grader at North Hagerstown High School in Hagerstown, Maryland. She has an 18-year-old sister, a 16-year-old brother, and a 7-year-old sister. Her grandpa, Pap, is her racing crew chief. He's her mom's dad. He sets up the cars and teaches her how to set them up as well. Her mom and dad are supportive of her racing career and help Pap at the track. The family also has a dog named Ricky Bobby. When she is not racing, she plays school and club volleyball and softball in the summer. She also enjoys hanging out with her friends and going on vacations to Racetown Lake in Pennsylvania and Ocean City, Maryland. She was involved in the Student Government Association in middle school and will be involved as much as possible in clubs in high school. Her little sister plays 3 sports, so her parents have to juggle all those schedules. Unfortunately, her classmates do not understand the concept of racing. They all believe you just turn left and drive in circles, but there is so much more to racing than just driving in circles, she said. They do not understand you need to adjust your driving if the car is too tight or too loose, the reaction time to avoid a collision, or the mental game of predicting what a car in front of you may do. Her close friends think her racing is cool and they support her every step of the way. KJ has an interest in being an architect or working for NASCAR doing photography, maybe being on a pit crew or marketing as a lifelong career. Something most people don't know about her is how hard she works inside her race cars. For instance, fellow drivers and peers believe that I, as a girl, just get in the car and that I block my way into winning, or it was just the car that got me to the podium, she shared. But in reality, I'm working as hard as I can to succeed. Sometimes the car may not be on point, and I adjust my driving to make it work. They don't usually know that it's a team effort. It is not just the car doing well. Another thing people may not know is that I care a lot about my grades at school. I was in all merit classes throughout middle school, and my lowest grade was 95%. KJ got her nickname from her mom when she was younger, and it has evolved into her racing name. Since it is the initials of her first and middle name, most people usually think it's a boy in the car when they see the lineups or they hear her name announced until they see her and get to know her. On race day, she listens to music, any kind, just songs that she likes, and gets her focused on the race ahead. It could be country music, sad music, pop music, you name it. If I like the song, it will get me into the race mode, she said. KJ shared her racing story with us, and I quote, "In 2019, just before my 10th birthday, my paps bought a bull rider race car. He asked all his grandkids if anyone wanted to be a race car driver. He loves racing so much, and he wanted to get back into it. My mom and uncles raced quarter midgets as kids. No one else in the family wanted to do it, so my mom volunteered me. At first, I thought it was way too fast, and I was barely even touching the gas pedal. There are videos of the car idling around the track. The very first Red Rookie race, Pap convinced me to start pushing the gas. I ended up winning that first race, and I just got better and better. After winning a few Red Rookie races, I was promoted to Blue Rookie, and I would not let off the gas. I would slam into the wall, bounce off, and keep going without letting off. That sounds crazy, and somehow I would still win. It wasn't until my second season and running senior Honda with 9-plus-year-olds who had been racing for years did I learn throttle control, and I became a better driver. After watching the movie Ford versus Ferrari, the driver Ken Miles inspired me, where he says, 'Look out there. Out there is a perfect lap. You see it?' That has inspired me to find that perfect lap and keep that perfect lap for the whole race." Her hometown track is Hagerstown Quarter Midget Association. This season, which would have been 2023, she ran in the NASCAR U Series and will run the national circuit. She said, "I will also compete in the Northeast Dirt Regional Series. Locally, I run the Friday Night Series and the Point Series races, which is usually a 6-race series at my home track. In the 2022 season, I was first in points in senior Honda, second in light 160, and fourth in senior Animal at my home track, In the Friday night series, I was first in Senior Honda and Light 160 and second in Senior Animal. I finished the Northeast Dirt Regional Series in 2022, ranking third in Senior Honda, fifth in Senior Animal, and seventh in Light 160. KJ races a bull rider chassis because bull riders are the best, she says, in several quarter midget classes with a Lederer motor and TSL shocks. This year, she is competing in Senior Honda, Senior Animal, and Light World Formula, her fastest car. She has a white car, a black car, and a silver car. Her racing number is 34. We chose this number randomly when we bought decals on eBay. However, it is the number of Wendell Scott, the first African-American NASCAR driver, so it is an honor to wear it. KJ has several memorable moments in her racing career. They include winning the regional race at Keystone this season, placing first in points at her home track for the Point Series in Senior Honda in 2022, winning 25 races in 2022, and traveling to Granite City, Illinois with her pap and mom to compete in the NASCAR Youth Series national event, where she placed fourth in Senior Animal. Her paps works on the cars, but KJ helps him a lot on race day. I help oil things up, change tires, clean tires, check stagger, check the circumference of the tire, change gears, etc. And I also wash the cars after race day. KG is lucky to have several amazing sponsors from her local area that come back year after year to support her, not only financially, but they also come to the races to cheer her on. They include MEC Incorporated, Electrical Services, Red Hill Tactical, FFL Licensed, J.C. Smith, LLC, Commercial and Residential Construction, Elite Card Processing, LLC, Roland Smoke Meats and Sweets Food Truck and Catering, High Performance Cabling Corporation, Integrity Investigations and Processing, Acoustic Research Systems, and Massey Hyundai. Special thanks to these family and friends that support us too. Joanne and John Ballingy, Stacy and Trevor Hollinger, Matt Ridenour, Alana and Adam Earp, Becky and Amanda Fleming, Kaplan family, and Francine McCarty. Hopefully KJ doesn't have a lot of bad days at the racetrack, but if she does, she usually just stays quietly and listens to music. Then after I finally get my mind together, I talk it over with my pap and discuss what went wrong. KJ's favorite part of being a race car driver is being able to challenge herself and passing the other cars. I love thinking about what the driver ahead may do and waiting for their mistake so I can strike and make my pass. If my car is too tight or loose, I get to change my line, adjust, and get out of my comfort zone, which is fun also. One of her biggest obstacles is believing that her family is proud of her, even when she doesn't win, and that she should always be proud of herself as well. For some reason, I feel like I let them down, but they assure me that I don't, and they just want me to have fun. One of her most favorite experiences was meeting Kyle Larson for the second time when she was competing in the NASCAR Youth Series Dirt Nationals in Granite City. He was racing his sprint car and won the race, no surprise. One of her goals for this season is that she would like to win the Northeast Dirt Series Regional Championship and get top 5 in the NASCAR Youth Series National Championship in at least one of her cars. She also wants to become a better athlete by playing other sports and maintaining her good grades in high school. KJ feels there are both challenges and benefits to being a female in a male-dominated sport. Some challenges are that the boys don't always respect you or your skill as a driver. I've heard the boys say about other female drivers that a call wasn't made because she's a girl. I don't get congratulated much by my male competitors after a win. I think it may be different for them to get beat by a girl. Difficult for them to get beat by a girl, but it shouldn't be. Gender shouldn't matter. We are all drivers and we all want the same thing, to have fun and win. A benefit would be that I have this small platform to show that females can be competitive and that they should never be underestimated. Motorsports racing is a sport girls should get involved in because it's fun, competitive, and also builds character when you are the minority. There are not many girls her age that she races against. When she is at the track, she is concentrating on her car and her races and hasn't engaged in making a lot of friends because there just isn't time. I started racing late in my childhood, so I didn't have the opportunity to play or hang out like the younger drivers. I respect and support the female drivers out there, and I love to see them win. KJ is an example for younger drivers without even trying. She has had parents tell her they have their rookie or junior driver watch her race. I try to help new drivers figure out their line and give advice, she said. Hopefully, some of the younger girl drivers see what I'm doing, and it encourages them to learn about their cars and to keep striving for that perfect lap. I don't know if I've impacted the motorsports industry yet, but locally, I hope I have shown my racing peers that girls and women have the capability to be able to do well in a male-dominated sport. Females can be talented and know how to wheel. KJ doesn't use sim racing, but instead she watches videos of her own racing to see where she can improve. I also watch other kids racing on YouTube to see their line at other tracks for when I travel there. KJ uses social media to give her sponsors shout outs to show appreciation with the hope that her promoting them will get them more business. We are so thankful for them, she said. We also share how we finished at every race for those who care to follow my racing. My mom posts all of our races on Facebook at facebook.com ASHESIS. And I post some on my Instagram account at KJ Massey Racing. Her final words: I would love to thank my pap for everything he's done for me in my whole career in racing. He works on the cars every day, all day, and I'm just so lucky to have him support me. I would also love to thank my mama for making us great food on race days and warming it up for us when we come home at 11 o'clock at night. So then we don't go to bed hungry. She has also watched my dog, Ricky Bobby, and my little sister when we are gone. Thank you to my mom and dad for spending hours at the track. And lastly, a big thank you to all my family, my fans, and sponsors for supporting me throughout my whole racing career.